Hey guys, Barry here from TGS with a Microsoft Flight Simulator video when you fly in from Detroit Metro Wayne KDTW to Chicago O'Hare International KORD. It is 9/23/21. We got some weather going on. 203 nautical mile flight in the Airbus A320Neo. We are starting right here out of runway 27R. Decided to go direct in for simplicity, and we'll fly directly through the weather that's seemingly there right now, over Jackson, right by Kalamazoo, right over Benton Harbor there, right into Chicago where we'll be able to see the skyline as we fly in. And should be a cool little flight. Had this flight in mind for a while, so we're finally going to do it. We'll warn you now, I do get airspeed warnings, especially because I don't fly this much, so I'm still learning the Airbus A320. I'm not a pro. Like an amateur Airbus flyer. I've been flying the 152 and the Icon A5 and stuff like that lately, so yeah, doesn't prepare you for an airplane of this quality. So we're going to go ahead and see how it goes. I've done quite a few successful flights in the Airbus, including Doha to Dubai in the Middle East. I did some in the US, for example. Otherwise, figured check this one out. I've been to both cities, and obviously Chicago has an amazing skyline, so I wanted to take it all in as we go in. Should be a fun little flight here. Visibility might be very low. I'm not too sure. I'll have to see what the conditions are like. The A320Neo incorporates two new engine choices: Pratt & Whitney's Pure Power PW1100G JM geared turbofan and CFM International's ... because we removed it quicker than you can say. Apparently it's the fastest selling commercial aircraft ever. Well, then it's good that I'm using it, because I think I've only done, probably can count all the flights I've done in this aircraft on one hand. So here we go. Visibility is 2.4 nautical miles, not very good. But the plane is amazing. It's a beast. A quick prayer from my passengers on board, because Pilot Bear is taking them out.
119.25 for Airbus Tango Golf Sierra.
Feel the wind pushing the Airbus to the left. Usually when I'm flying something tiny like the 152, you can really feel the runway forces. Oh god, they're really pushing right now. We got some mean weather right now. It is pushing. We're almost. And we're off.
Sierra contact Detroit departure on 118.905. Good day.
118.905 Airbus Tango Golf Sierra. Detroit departure.
Quite the descent.
Tango Golf Sierra is passing 2,000 feet, climbing 3,000 feet.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra Detroit departure altimeter 29.69er. Continue as planned.
Our visibility is just legit pretty much nothing, so we're gonna have to also tilt our nose down a little bit so we don't want to go into a stall. We're gonna have to go completely off the gauges, which definitely gives me a sense of I start becoming worried about my placement in the sky, because you can't see shit. You really have to just go off the gauges at this point, because otherwise, if you look out those windows, for all you know, you're going to die. I had to pick up the engines a little bit on speed, because I'm climbing a little bit steeper. I probably should, but we have a short flight. Figured I didn't want to spend half the flight climbing and half descending.
You are 2,200 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet altimeter 29.69er.
descend and maintain 3,000 feet Airbus Tango Golf Sierra.
Apparently we went way too high up. I'm not gonna go too much lower. Gotta figure out where around 70 is on the engines. I don't fly this much, so I'm still learning. My co-pilot can talk back. He's not here in, well, I guess you can't see him because the view's so far away. Yeah, you can see him. He's in there. Co-pilot is here. He's just a ghost, apparently. But either way, he can call them back and tell them we're not descending. We got 190 nautical miles to go. 250. I think below 10,000, 250 is where you want to cut your speed off, and we're perfectly hovering at 250 right now, if you notice that down below. I think autopilot is helping us out. It's much smoother than some of my other flights with the overspeed warnings. I don't know why they were yelling at me to go to 3,000. Can I climb again, or are they going to yell at me?
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra, please expedite.
Yeah, there they go.
3,000 feet.
Alright, I'll just agree with them. Just going off the gauges, so otherwise we can't see shit. I was hoping we were going to go up into you know, the 30, 40,000 or something range, but for some reason they want me to hover low. So we're going to get down to 3,000 for them. I do have live traffic on and stuff, so maybe they're trying to keep me out of traffic. When I fly the small planes, you pretty much never get yelled at. It's also not a commercial aircraft, so. We're descending pretty nicely right now. I'm really enjoying the flight this time compared to the last time I flew one of these. It'll come down to when we actually have to prepare to land, when the overspeed concern will come in. But I'll try and
2,500.
do good. We're getting close to 3,000. Slow my descent a little bit. Pull up now. We're a little bit under. Come on. Like in Jurassic Park when the dinosaur is gonna pop out of the egg in the beginning. He's like, come on.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra, you are
Come on, little.
below your assigned altitude.
There we go.
Climb and maintain 3,000 feet altimeter, 29.68.
I'm at like 3,000, like 20, and they're yelling at me. Yeah. Get to 3,000 now. It's like, chill, y'all, chill. It says 30-10, man. All right. Got 175 nautical miles to go. I guess we can. We have visuals of the ground. That's how low they have us flying. Just waking everyone up down below, I guess. And it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon for me, and they're an hour behind me. Well, Chicago is at least, so it's only one. It's an ugly ass day at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Got this same kind of weather here in my real life city, so. Said it was only about a 45-minute flight.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra contact Cleveland Center on 126.75. Good day.
Right, goodbye.
126.75 Airbus Tango Golf Sierra. Cleveland Center Airbus Tango Golf Sierra 3,100 feet.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra Cleveland Center altimeter 29.78 continuous planned. Airbus Tango Golf Sierra contact Cleveland Center on 120.45. Good day.
Going to 120.45 Airbus Tango Golf Sierra. Cleveland Center Airbus Tango Golf Sierra 3,200 feet.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra Cleveland Center altimeter 29.78 continue as planned.
We will continue as planned, sir. It'd be amazing if you could like get up and go back in the plane like you can in Train Sim. Yes. You go back and it's full of people and shit. I don't think you can actually see in the side windows, yeah. They all look empty if you look through at like this angle. It just looks empty. There's not one head peeking out the window, you know that ain't real. It's a pretty awesome aircraft though.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra, you are 300 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet altimeter 29.78.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet Airbus Tango Golf Sierra.
Still yelling at me, man. This is gonna be the flight where I got yelled at. They're real serious about this height here. They're gonna be like, you're 100 below. Go up now.
.625 for Endeavour 5066.
Just watching that gauge. And also watch it out here. It's going very slowly. Napoleon, Wolf Lake. I don't know much about Michigan, but I get commercials for them every once in a while. And I've been to Detroit. I went, it's effing crazy that it was 4 years ago, but back in like 2017, at the beginning of 2017, because the Detroit Auto Show was in January, before they took away a lot of the European manufacturers and stuff. Go there, you definitely got to stop by Buddy's Pizza. There's some other decent places, Slow's Barbecue. Obviously got to see the GM Towers. You can also take a bus right under the tunnel to Canada, which we did for like a few hours and came back. Pretty easy. Chicago is definitely one of the cities that's hard to beat, but we're still 155 nautical miles out. Let's go up a little bit so they don't yell at me. You're 100 below. Go up now. You think like Ramsey's back there friggin' chilling, ready to yell at me. You can hear the wind outside the aircraft right now. It's not really pushing us around that much. But we're truly just kind of in the middle of nowhere right now. But you guys can see the visibility is clearing up. I don't know how it's going to be going into Chicago, but
Spirit Wing 711 contact Chicago Center on 127.55. Good day.
Spirit. Is that Spirit Wings? I mean, it's Spirit Airlines.
127.55 for Spirit Wing 711.
It's going to pick back up. The amount of tech in here is insane. You get in your like 152, you're happy just to have like the dash in front of you. That's not even this modern at all. That's one thing, you get a 152 in real life for a reasonable price. You know, under 100K. You know, somewhere in there, 50 to 100 I guess based on quality. I don't know too much. Obviously motors and stuff are also important.
Generic Charlie Oscar Lima 108 is passing 17,800 feet, descending 10,000 feet.
But then you have to upgrade the tech. I can't imagine putting in like a navigation system's cheap.
Good day. Generic
Would it be worth it? Probably.
108 Cleveland Center altimeter 29.81 continue as planned. 126.7.
They can navigate by landmarks, but good luck doing that in this. See the water streaming off the side window there. As it just starts dripping. This is a long flight. Guess we knew what we were getting ourselves into. Might as well take in the open fields. We're running only 50% engine power right now too. Or throttle. Trying to get my wings level as possible. That bar.
United 514 contact Cleveland Center on 128.625. Good day.
Just does not want to hover at 3,000.
128.625 United 514.
Plus the weather's definitely not helping. It's definitely windy. It's not really swaying me about though.
Air Canada 738, contact Cleveland Center on 126.75. Good day.
Have a nice day, sir. You know, it's not talking to me.
126.75 for Air Canada 738.
Seeing it's live traffic, they must be talking to real life aircraft in the vicinity now. Let's take a look around in here. Got our oxygen mask. Got a little bin there.
November 79er, 7 Hotel Delta is passing flight level 410, descending 10.
Drink holder.
feet.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra, contact Chicago Center on 127.55. Good day.
Co-pilot will take care of all the comms for us.
November 7 Hotel Delta Cleveland Center, continue as planned.
Generic.
127.55 for Airbus Tango Golf Sierra. Chicago Center, Airbus Tango Golf Sierra, 3,200 feet.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra, Chicago Center, altimeter 29.79, continue as planned.
Alright, we're just gonna continue as planned.
120.45 for Alaska 392.
Oh my god, it's Kellogg! Wonder if it actually has any association with Kellogg. Something to Google while we're comfortably chilling in the air for a while. Not really doing much, but literally just making sure altitude doesn't cause them to panic. W. Will Keith Kellogg. General known as W.K. Kellogg. American industrialist and food manufacturing. Yep, I expected that. I just had to make sure, you know what I mean? He was born and died in Battle Creek, but yeah, over there. I don't know if that's a city in his name, maybe? Or is it just a landmark? Best way to tell is go on the Google Maps. See if something comes up. Found the W.K. Kellogg Foundation.
JetBlue 16, contact Cleveland Center on
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
120.45. Good day.
Here, it's the, well, they have the grave of him and all this stuff, apparently. It's south of Grand Rapids. Yeah, W.K. Kellogg Preparatory High School, the grave of him, his foundation. But it is Battle Creek Executive Airport. If you don't know, now you know. We keep flying straight, we're going to hit Kalamazoo soon. And then eventually we'll hit the coast near Benton Harbor. And then we have a nice flight across one of the wonderful lakes, Lake Michigan. From there, we pretty much just cross at one of the wider points from what I'm looking at. So it gets much wider a little bit further north, between like Milwaukee and Grand Rapids there, but still got a nice little journey. We're going to spend quite a bit of time over the water.
Chicago Center Delta 524 is at flight level 370, descending 10,000 feet.
Delta 524 Chicago Center, continue as planned.
Hoping we can, we should see Kalamazoo soon. There it is. Kalamazoo, Battle Creek International. Don't know much about the city, but we're about to see it eventually. Not even showing up as a marker yet, so we must not be that close.
Jet 759er, 4 contact Cleveland Center on 120.
Let's go down a little bit. Every time I get like 300 away, they start yelling at me, so let's descend before they consider to do so. Try to land this in one of those fields would be insane.
120.45
Something to do for a non-flight time.
904.
Just put down the Airbus in a giant farm field. Watched a video where some guy in a small aircraft had the hatch on his plane fly open mid-flight. And he had to do an emergency landing and just landed in this giant-ass field. From the video footage, it was absolutely insane when you're trying to stop and you're just friggin' bouncing on the dirt. You can't get both wheels to stick on the ground and you're just hauling ass. You just gotta friggin' max flap it, shut the damn engine off, and pray for the best.
Generic 1 Mike contact Chicago Center on 128.5. Good day.
So we're about 108 nautical miles out from Chi-Town.
Chicago Center Delta 2550 is passing flight level 290.
We started at like 180 or something, so
Delta
still probably got quite some time to go. 20-25 minutes of flying to go. There's Perry.
Delta 2550 Chicago Center, continue as planned. American 834 contact Cleveland Center on 120.45. Good day.
You see the plane swaying from the wind a little bit, if you look out the side window.
Going to 120.45 Delta 524.
Yeah, you can see the turbulence and sway.
Going to 128.5. Generic 1 Mike.
That's what I'm gonna do right now. We saw Perry on the map, so let's go into Weather Channel on my phone in real life.
Let's
see what's going on in Perry. I'll give us a rough idea what's going on in the game right now with the real life weather. Perry, Michigan has light rain with thunder. Oh, never mind, sorry. That was my area. It didn't change. It showed the city name, but it didn't update. Now it's updated. It's 50, cloudy, but got a chance of rain, but not until like 5 o'clock almost.
Tango Golf Sierra, you are 300 feet above your assigned altitude.
Man, he's already yelling at me about my 300 feet over.
290.82.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet Airbus Tango Golf Sierra.
Going down. I'm going down. Calm down, everybody. Just calm down. Jeez Louise, man. My co-pilot's failing over here. I turned off the co-pilot assist for a reason, but these are times you might need to take his help. Let him deal with the trim. We've been doing pretty good. We got yelled at a bit in the beginning because I flew up to like 6,000. Because I thought we were just going to climb, but ATC yelled at me a bunch of times, so we went down. The view down here is better anyway. Here's some small town right here.
Chicago Center Jet 11338 is passing flight level 370.
That's probably your Walmart shopping center or something.
Jet 11338.
They're everywhere.
Continue as planned.
So yeah, we're at Perry right now.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra contact Chicago Center on 134.15. Good day.
134.15 Airbus Tango Golf Sierra. Chicago Center Airbus Tango Golf Sierra 3,100 feet.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra Chicago Center altimeter 29.85. Continue as planned.
To answer Chad, this game is like a million times more realistic than GTA, man. GTA is like an arcade flying simulator compared to flight sim. I mean, GTA, I go and can grab like what would be like bigger than a CJ4 and land it in the middle of the highway and drive it up to the casino. Yeah. You could land probably one on the highway in flight sim, but GTA you can take off a wing, walk away. This game you fail. Plus, you gotta watch your speed, this and that. Can't really compare GTA flying in this. I've done a lot of GTA flying, and I pretty much fly every time we play. We always start the stream by me hopping in an aircraft and landing by Diamond Casino, so. Which is tomorrow night, which if we hold it as planned, yeah, I'll probably do the same thing as always. I like to fly the Nimbus in that game. You can also land it on the horse track behind the casino, but yeah, either way. Night and day comparison. This is where the real flying experience comes, in a video game at least. Nothing can really compete with Flight Sim, just kinda... just like not much competes with Forza or, you know, Gran Turismo. You can't, just like, you know, just like you can't compare Forza Motorsport and Horizon. Completely different vibes. You can tell Horizon's been, you know, a bit more arcadey. You play Motorsport on realistic settings, you hit like a puddle while driving a race car, and you immediately just lose control. Horizon, you just keep, you know, you might hydroplane for a second, and you just keep going. So.
127.55.
Plus, the graphics in this game are much better. Yeah, the whole world, not just fake Los Angeles map, including the mountains.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra Chicago Center altimeter 29.85 continue as planned.
85 nautical miles to go. Been flying over nothing but Michigan for good like 30 minutes now. But we covered about 100 nautical miles, so we're probably about 20 minutes out. Plus minus. Yeah, this flight pretty much went from the east coast of Michigan and Detroit all the way to the east coast. Well, I guess I should say northeast coast of Illinois into Chi-Town. So the weather's not the best, but this Airbus is a beast. You don't gotta worry much about that. Eventually we'll be flying over Lake Michigan. I don't know how far off we are. Never been to this part of Michigan in my life, so I have no idea what to expect. We can rely on Google Maps though. So I'm gonna type in Woodernvliet. Not butchering that horribly. Probably am. So we're actually getting pretty close to the coast. You know, it's not that far off the coast there. Looks like it's between 6 and 8 miles from the township we're about to pass to Lake Michigan Beach. Then from there we just fly over Lake Michigan for probably, honestly, I'm gonna guess like 50 nautical miles or so. Fly right past Chicago skyline and land at O'Hare. We're back to running off the altimeter here. Somewhat see, it's starting to get hard to see again though. It was nice for a while. The storm's picking up though. Doesn't surprise me as we get closer to the coast. Yep, it's pouring. They've instructed me to chill at 3,000, so we'll just kind of hang in there for however long, but that should also give us a chance to witness the skyline of the city as we get closer. Our visibility is going way down. You can also hear the wind. Is that the lake out there? Or is that just the fogginess making me think I'm seeing something? I think it's just the fog. It's messing with me. If you look on the left side of the screen, I think it's just clouds. There is water there. It's just not. It's not Lake Michigan. Look on the left there is Lake Michigan, guys. I'm just completely kidding, obviously.
Flight level 255, descending 10,000 feet.
Skywest 3054 Chicago Center, continue as planned.
Too much altitude, so I dipped the nose a little bit.
Tango Golf Sierra, you are 75 miles east. Climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 28 right approach via VOG or transition.
Roger that. We gotta climb to 9,000.
Climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 28 right approach via VOG or transition. Cleared to VOG or Airbus Tango Golf Sierra.
A little steeper here to the 10 line. We're gonna have no visibility.
Generic Uniform 50, you are 51 miles southwest. Descend and maintain 5,400 feet. Expect ILS runway 35 approach via Austin transition. Cleared to Austin. Southwest 2685, contact Chicago Center on 133.9er. Good day. Descend and maintain 5,400 feet. Expect ILS runway 35 approach via Austin transition. Cleared to Austin, generic uniform 50.
We're getting closer. I'm gonna start lowering the nose. All visuals, of anything below are gone. We're by Andrews University, if you heard of it. I don't know what else is out here. I know as we hit 9,000, it's flatten out. Don't want to go too much over it, or they're gonna start yelling at me. There's Hancock over there. Somebody wants me at 2972, but it told me to go to 9,000. I guess it'll let me know to descend. Let's chill up here. Dun, dun, dun. We're going a little bit higher than I'd like. Just want to correct ourselves before they start yelling at me. Currently flying to Chicago for anyone watching. There they go yelling at me. After that, I'll consider doing something different. We're about, honestly, I don't know exactly how far we are out. They changed our distancing. We're definitely not 16 nautical miles out. You see the turbulence actually if you just look at the screen. You can see the plane moving around, but I barely feel it on my end. Obviously, being in the aircraft and sitting in a computer chair, two different things. They have to invent the turbulence chair. Like shakes you around based on in-game turbulence. Like you're driving a GTA and you hit a pothole and you feel it in the chair. That'd actually be amazing, as long as it doesn't hurt your bum.
Envoy 4423, contact Chicago Center on 134.15. Good day.
Doing good on everything pretty much.
4.15 envoy 44.
Make sure we don't let the plane climb too much. The autopilot seems to work pretty well. It's pretty much naturally on from what I encountered. I've messed with my settings since the last time I flew one of these, so that also might have helped. I shut off most of the assists, but apparently in the Airbus, the autopilot definitely hops on because there's no way. Because I've not been touching the throttle half the time. I just change the altitude and the aircraft adjusts to keep us safe, which is pretty sweet. Used to fly my 152. You gotta make sure you're on top of that stuff. Or at least put the trim so you can max the engine speed and haul ass. It's also one way to do it.
Southwest 3651, contact Chicago Center on 13.
I swear it told me to be at 9,000. And it's telling me 2972. So I don't know what the hell. Get ready for them to yell at me. They just yelled at me for leaving 9,000 to 9,400.
Decimal niner for Southwest 3651.
They'll start yelling at me if we're not at the right altitude. You can see the marker. If we look down like this, you can see the marker right there. 8.69 nautical miles out. Hold on, so the actual... Are we actually 8.69 from Chicago?
651 is passing.
We might miss the skyline entirely from this altitude. I don't know where we're at.
Southwest 3651, Chicago Center, continue as planned.
So we didn't have to descend. Alright, well our friggin' like almost 45-minute flight here from Detroit to Chicago is going to come to an end. I don't know how safely. Quick prayer for everyone on board because the visibility is basically nothing right now. We're not ready to land yet though, that's the 9,000 feet marker. Eventually we'll descend. But we're definitely within not too far of the actual final destination. That says 15.16.
And maintain 10,000 feet, expect ILS runway 35 approach via J-Jud transition. Cleared to J-Jud. Envoy
Sure we don't go too high above 9K requests.
Contact Grand Rapids Tower on 135.65.
We have to be over Lake Michigan by now.
162, contact Chicago Center on 135.9. Good day. KLM 611, contact Chicago approach on 133.625. Good day.
I requested a specific runway, so we should get a direct in.
162.
We should not have to make any turns with no visibility, and I hope we align.
Freight runners Niner tree, you are Niner 5 miles northwest. Climb and
Go
maintain
down on my altimeter a little bit.
1,000 feet. Expect vectors visual runway 27
About
approach.
200 over.
Chicago Center, generic November 408 Juliet Sierra is at flight level 430, descending 10,000 feet.
Generic November 408 Juliet Sierra, Chicago Center, continue as planned.
As expected, Chicago air traffic's going to be ridiculous, so. But one of probably my top 3 favorite cities in the U.S., so. There's my own, Chicago, there's New York. It's going to be hard to beat it from there. I've been to most of the major cities, but I still got to get out to L.A., so I'll have to give L.A. a chance when I can get out there. But the skylines, I'm into big skyline cities. Miami was definitely a sweet city, but
Chicago Center, generic uniform Juliet Charlie Tree 5.
I would choose Chicago over Miami.
230, descending 10,000 feet.
Maybe colder and windier, but it's one hell of a city.
Contact Chicago approach on 119.0. Good day.
We're about just under 6 nautical miles out from.
Chicago Center, continue as planned.
A little bit below. They're going to yell at me soon. Let's pull back up.
Chicago approach Airbus Tango Golf Sierra is at 8,500 feet, climbing 9,000 feet.
Lindbergh 4444, please expedite your climb 9,000 feet.
They're yelling at people.
Chicago approach altimeter 29.96 continue.
That'd be funny if that's actually real people getting told to quickly get to the correct altitude. Like, what are you doing?
SkyWest Flight 106 traffic is 10 o'clock 4 miles at 4,500 feet generic. Report them in sight. Lindbergh 4444 traffic is 10 o'clock 3 miles at 4,700 feet generic. Report them in sight.
We don't have to climb anymore.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra.
Once it's down to 8,000 feet.
Skywest.
Oh yeah, we're over the lake, guys. Look at the view. It opened up. We got out of the weather.
Descend and maintain 8,000 feet Airbus Tango Golf.
Chicago, where are you? It's gotta be out here somewhere.
Lindbergh 4444 traffic.
Now this is sweet. This will make my landing so much more pleasant, being able to see. I've done some scary storm landings. I have a video on our Instagram of the 152 that I landed, and there was no visibility till like 500 feet above the runway, and I had to look out the side window and then turn and hope that I aligned with the other runway, because I knew there was another angled one.
Maintain 7,000 feet.
We had to descend again.
Descend and maintain 7,000.
There's Chicago, right there outside the left window. If I could afford it, that'd be a city I'd consider to relocate to. But if you actually want to live in the city, even in my city, it's insanely priced to stay in the city, let alone Chicago. I was there quite a few years ago, guys, very long time ago. I got to get out there again sometime. It's like a 12-hour road trip for me, so I mean, it's not too bad, but it's bad. Best way to put it. I have a few other major cities on the way there I could pit stop at.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet Airbus.
A road trip, I like to move like 4 to 6 hours, and then try and hunker down somewhere so you can settle down and not feel like utter shit. So I've done a few 10+ hour trips where I did them non-stop, and I'll never recommend that in my life, as in by car.
10 o'clock 2 miles at 8,200 feet generic. Report them in sight.
United 1542 traffic in sight.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra have the generic in sight. Descend and maintain 5,000 feet Airbus Tango Golf Sierra.
They want me to descend and maintain the feet, and then like the second I get there, a second later it'll be like 4,000 feet. It's like, man, how am I supposed to maintain, man? You keep telling me to keep going down. Here we go. I'm not going to maintain, I'm just going to chill at 48. No need to climb back up. We're going in anyway.
Report them in sight. United 1542 traffic is 9 o'clock 3 miles at 7,300 feet generic. Report them in sight. Airbus Tango Golf Sierra traffic is 2 o'clock 3 miles at 4,000 feet generic. Report them in sight.
3 miles, 2 o'clock.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
I don't see it, man. I'm just going to go down.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet Airbus Tango Golf Sierra. Airbus Tango Golf Sierra have the traffic.
Oh, the game froze. Or lagged, whatever you want to call it. Chicago.
106 have the
The Frank Sinatra song, Chicago. He has his New York song. He also has a Chicago song, for those who don't know.
United 1542
Yeah,
have the generic.
it's that bustle in town.
Lindbergh
Which it is.
4444 traffic in sight.
Trying to see if I can see the runway. I have no visuals yet.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra, you are 13 miles east of O'Hare. Contact tower on 132.7 when inbound on the approach. United 1542, you are 13 miles east of O'Hare.
Alright, here we go, guys.
Contact tower on 132.
Well, we passed good old Chicago.
Tower on 132.
It is an awesome city.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra. Tower Airbus
I had a
Golf Sierra,
boat tour where we went out on the lake, and it was pretty sweet because we got to look back over the city, and I think I decided not to dress warm enough, and it was a really windy day, so I learned really quickly why Chicago is known to be a cold city. No, I'm way too low because I was too busy taking in the skyline, but we're alright.
Approach Airbus Tango Golf Sierra.
Tower United 1542.
I'm climbing game. I'll get up to your level so you stop telling me.
Wisconsin Tree 920, contact ground on 121.75. United 1542 Tower. Altimeter 29.9 wind 334 and 24. Cleared ILS runway 28 right approach.
Cleared ILS runway 28 right approach. United 1542.
2,500.
I'm almost at the green on the indicator, so we'll be in the green soon.
3920.
Landmark 4521 wind 334 and 24. Caution the generic landing runway 28 center.
I said the first tier flapping.
Runway 28 right.
How much slower do you want me to go, man?
Cleared to land runway 28 right Lindbergh 4521.
Double flapping.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra, follow the generic on final. Wind 334 and 24.
There we go.
Caution the generic landing runway 28 center. Cleared to land.
We gotta stick to the double flap. Not used to flying this, I'm used to flying my like 152. So you definitely need a double flap on this one. Triple flap, as I call it, means, you know, flipping the switch 3 times gently. Alright, so now if we just go to here, you can see there's 4 settings for flaps. We're at, what was that? Down there in the corner. I'm trying to focus on staying in the zone, so I'm not going to worry about the flap ratio. All I know is it's working well. We do have our wheels down. A little bit of wind, but nothing like what we were experiencing over in Detroit.
Follow the aircraft on final. Wind 334 and 24. Caution the generic landing runway 28 center. Cleared to land runway 28 right.
Cleared to land runway 28 right number 2 United 1542.
I want to flap again. It's telling me I'm good, but I feel like we're definitely zooming.
400.
Going in.
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra, go around. Landmark 4521, turn next taxiway.
I'm not going around, man. We're going in.
100.
Fuck you think this is, man?
50.
I didn't practice in my Cessna 152 for nothing, boy.
30. 20.
The wind, the wind! Hold on, we didn't.
Tango Golf Sierra, did you hear my last transmission?
We got it. Phew, the wind right as I was coming in. I don't think ATC understands. They must not be looking out the fucking windows, because I'm obviously not going around the airport. We're on the ground. They really want me to like take off and re-land or something?
Airbus Tango Golf Sierra, please acknowledge. United 1542, go
Well, we completed our flight successfully. ATC is not happy with us, so I'm gonna. Yeah, they're not obviously not paying attention. In real life, they would not keep calling out me to circle around and acknowledge when I'm on the actual runway. But this guy luckily sees me, so we don't got to worry about him.
Going around United 1542.
The wind is blowing me to the right. Oh, crazy! There's a crazy wind. That's why when I came in for that landing, we were getting pushed to the right the whole time.
Good day.
Come on, I'm trying to get you up in the air. The wind, man, the wind. Oh my God.
0 for United 1542.
I was trying to see how low of a speed we could take off. This might not go to plan, but yeah, I figured. We landed, we got there. They weren't acknowledging that I made it, so I just figured I would just try and haul ass, but we were not getting up to speed in time. So we obviously already were landed partway down the runway. No idea how big that runway was, but obviously the landing gear is no more. Either way, it was definitely a fun flight. Hope you guys enjoyed, and definitely appreciate if you guys like and sub.